Hello, my name's Kode, and it's that time again to play more Hiveswap Friendsim, and also to drink more water, which I shall do right now, because I said drinking water, and since it's a thing I do, like I say, I'm gonna drink water, and I proceed to drink water. Isn't that funny? The real funny thing about it is that I actually do have to drink water, which adds unprofessionalism to my videos, which is something that I actually want. It's sort of the aesthetic here. I like shit. No. I mean like trashy stuff, not that kind of shit. Okay, please, let's just go to volume 8. I think it is. I didn't say anything. Volume 8. We are very close to a particular character. Another night, another ramble. A classic song comes back to you as you continue your way. Some of that good old earth wisdom about a specific kind of footwear being made for walking. If you have that kind of footwear right now in this current chapter of your life, or any footwear, for that matter, you definitely learned your lesson about getting overexcited about the prospect of new friends and running out in nothing but a bathrobe. No, who are you kidding? I mean, not the particular bathrobe way, but chances are high that wasn't the last time you'll fly off in the buoyant afterglow of an intense friendgasm. Alright, yeah. So, there's Tyzias, I guess, and Tyke, and Chixie Roxmere, or Roxmere. The character I've been looking forward to is Chixie, which we'll get to next. But since we've been doing things in order, essentially I now regret, because Chixie's right there staring at me at the screen, we gotta do a Tyzias. However, I heard his root's actually pretty cool. I think people like this guy. Just up ahead, you see a troll leave for Hive, muttering to herself. She's holding an unstable mountain of papers and books with one arm, using her free arm to hold a mug steady. She isn't paying attention to you, which is fine. I actually confused that character for a dude. But I guess you can see that it's a female as well. There's a sort of, you can't really tell. Doesn't matter. I mean, they're becoming friends, our friend anyway, so. Looking for a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a day friend, you know. Don't get it twisted. You'd love to make another friend. You just understand that now it's a weird flighty thing. Some trolls you mesh with, some you don't. You smile at her just in case, but when she walks right by you without stopping, you shrug. This planet is chock full of friendable weirdos. You'll live. It'll take a few more steps before the sound of her absolutely eating shit on the sidewalk makes you turn. It happens fast enough so you only really see the aftermath of you penned books and papers raining down an impressively wide circle around her. Ah, globes. Damn ass rock. She sits up, but that's as far as she bothers to get. Shaking a sip from her mug, which somehow must have stayed level in her grip during her fall, she sighs and gets to work gathering all back up with her free hand. Yeah, this checks out. That's a thing that would happen to me. It's not like I would have anything else to be doing. You've seen a teen movie or two in your day. You know this trope. The cool kid helps the unpopular nerd after they fall like a chump and embarrass themselves. Then slowly the pair establish trust. By the time of credits roll, they've gone and fallen in love. Not that you necessarily want to fall in love, or that you're under the delusion that you are in any way cooler than her, but still, it's tried and true. Tried and true, a reference to the first comic in Control-Delete, called Nice Melon, I believe. Because the guy, I don't remember his name, with the blue shirt, he says, tried and true. Besides, we have a hook. Yeah. And also, like, a pretty standard, decent person thing to do. So, like the decent person you hope to be, you skedaddle on over. You stop short just in front of her wide-flung ring of items. You want to make sure she's not going to yell at you for murder or anything else before you interfere. What? JK, I busted ass, I know it's a scene. Well, what are you waiting for? Be a good bystander and stop standing by. She gestures kind of all around her, and that's confirmation enough. You bend to pick up a heavy-looking book, and there it is, embezzled right in the cover. A gavel, a humongo fucker of a judgment implement too, with spines all around the handle. Dread creeps up your spine. You slowly slide up your gaze from the book cover to its owner. He doesn't have any Stacy instantly blood-colored theme clothes on. That's a weird word. Though, wow, she is sporting socks and sandals. Maybe you are cooler than her after all. But the very prominent eye bags are tinged teal. Ah, globes. Lawyer. Not that you don't appreciate your one lawyer friend for who he is, it's just you aren't sure if you have it in you to sneak your way into another heart of another. You got kind of lucky last time. The scales of judgment in your heart started weighing your chances. Let's pick up more papers. Start making neat piles of all her stuff. After watching you for a second, she's making sure you're not screwing it up. She dramatically heaves herself to her feet and joins in on the effort. I don't have time for this shit. Make sure to keep the B-34s together in my red folder. Look at your current pile. B. That's one of the little hook and top, right? Or is that G? Sweat pricks at your temples. You've picked up a little bit of written alternating here and there, but you're still not anywhere near competent at it. Sifting through the papers, you search for anything familiar. You get a few words, but there's a lot of these little guys in papers, and you got performance anxiety. Alright. You probably still can't read. Look at up at her, startled. How can she tell? Well, I mean, you don't look much like a troll. It isn't exactly gargantuan mentally to assume you're not from around here. But also, I've heard about you. Straighten up. Any good president comes to French discussing you, right? Teals talk. Oh. Unfortunately. Oh. Puts her mug down on the ground and picks up a file and book, talking as she flips to whatever page he's looking for. And look at else could have even more unfortunate crap to say about me to me when she finds out I set us all back by dropping half our group project in the ditch. Pacing and flustered struggle until he finds a bookmark among the debris. Flicking a wet leaf off it, she shoves it up in the open spot of the book and slams it closed. Whatever, I can't think about that yet. Gotta get all this back in order first. I'll get all this back in order first. Yeah, that's how she said it. Right, yeah, the ordering stuff. You keep at doing it, doing the best you can to keep similar looking things together. You can feel her eyes on your back, and you're trying to face judgment. You basically got it right, actually. You did say you were quick at the draw. I'm Tyzias, by the way. She doesn't so much smile at you as Grevis. Looks mostly pleased, like exhausted expressions go. This is good friendship building material than any other. You certainly started with worse at being complimented. The breeze plays the edge of her frizzy hair, ruffling a few pages while it's at it. Now as you aren't frantically trying to prove your helplessness and how to learn to think, you don't know if the sidewalk is the best place to be starting from scratch for the whole filing system. You open your mouth to tell her as much as a huge pop of guts falls in Breeze Jr.'s wake, blowing the unisex back into chaos. Mother grubbing. She sinks slowly back down in the snow globe of the paper, takes a long step from her mug sitting next to her, and then tilts her head back and releases a single deep gut holler. Scuttle around, catching documents out of the air until the gust is gone. It's not that Tyzias doesn't seem capable, it's just that she seems a bit burnt out. You know what it's like to feel like you're at the end of your rope. So now that you have done half a swing, grab at a handle and things here, you feel like it's your turn to do the heavy friendship lifting. We're doing good so far. Let's see, what's the better choice? Suggest a small breather might help. I'm going to help her organize it, also with less of a breeze risk. I think that would make sense. Hey, your night is pretty wide open. If you wouldn't mind moving this operation to a less windy location and getting it together for real. Yeah, alright. She still sits there kind of dazedly, so you take over. Feels nice to be useful, even if you're not super confident about your skills. You at least know how to make a mean pile. If you take a handful of them, she moves to join in the effort, so you shut her back down. You're a hell of a big helper person, and you have got it. She makes a non-committal noise and watches you work. Try not to feel too bad when she's at a few of your sorting decisions. She doesn't stop you, at least. She scrubs up her face and yawns, which catches you off guard. Man, she really is wiped. Look away from her to the paper you're about to grab, but it's not there. Maybe it blew into another stack? Picked it up already and forgot? That's probably right. You know, she had her eyes closed so you didn't notice. It'll be fine. Once everything kinda together, you help her to her feet. Pretty sure that was her hive she just walked out of, so ask if you should go there. No, I was headed to the book hive. I can take you there. She seems to rally a bit. Now that her turn to lead the way. She picks up a hefty stack of her things, bounces her mug on top of it all, and starts walking. Move it or lose it. It being the opportunity to engage in some sort of really tedious micromanagement. There's no chance to be really. You move it. Book Hive is an imposing building, and inside are a series of rooms opening up a central atrium. Atrium. Atrium sounds more right. Correct, I mean. You walk past one open set of double doors showing off a room full of weird statues and display cases, and another one bright with the light of dozens of display screens and humming with electricity. Further around the curve of the room, you pass a room full of brains and jars. It really looks like brains and jars. There's another still, a windowless one, ostentatiously secured with multiple padlocks and what looks like a retina scanner. There are a bunch of trolls in each room, and as you keep passing doors, you realize they're almost all teal-bloods. Are they the nerd cast? Wow, harsh. I mean, yeah, though. Kind of are. I know plenty of gold bloods spend their nerd energy ruining the internet from their basements, and blue bloods usually have their own personal jerk-off book hives. They're always outliers, I guess. But yeah, between us and the Jades, the book hive is a blue-green dweeb city. Tyzias keeps moving it like there's nothing new. To her, you guess it isn't. She pushes a creaky wooden door open to reveal a large study room full of bookshelves and furniture. There are even a few weird-looking ferns decorating the place. In here are a bunch of trolls, some reading, many on their computers. You jump the stuff you logged onto here into one of the tables. The sound echoes in there, and a handful of trolls look your way. Yikes. You hope your presence won't be too conspicuous. Yeah, you're probably fine. Unless anyone gets horny for acting grown and wants a bounty. But you're with me, so they probably won't want to mess with you. Oh, probably won't mess with you. Not wanna. You're a little surprised by that. Tyzias, who has slumped on a chair and is stolidly reading over your piles, doesn't actually give off a brawler aura. No, like, they'll know I'll talk them out of it. Or whine at them about leaving me alone until they do. Makes you feel safe enough. So, time to do some old-fashioned organization. What is this big project anyway? Oh, it's just some bullshit. She stops and cuts her eyes around the room, but no one is still paying attention as far as you can see. She starts speaking again quieter. An assignment for one of my legislator training courses. We're supposed to choose a prosecutable offense from the scrolls of expiration, list all potential. Just be able to censor her eyes glazing over the idea of another long and not parsable legal jargon ramble because she cuts her off there. It's barely worth describing. Grew up school level, honestly, but it's extremely fucking tedious to research and then annotate. Especially when you can't find sources that have been scrubbed nice and fuchsia. Okay. I never knew how to actually pronounce that color's name. Like, fuchsia? I just always ignored it. Like, I never decided to pronounce it. But now we're here, and we have to pronounce it. Oh, boy. Anyway, as long as we get things in the right folders in the right order, we should be good for now. Sounds good enough to you. Plenty of time to keep chatting and getting to know each other. Though, this is a group project, right? Where are group members? Shouldn't they be contributing? Huh, like I'd let them. Just kidding, I'm very good at allowing people to help me. She grits her teeth and nods at you, masterfully setting aside the papers labeled with a letter that looks like a little microscope. Case in point. Anyway, they did their parts already. I just want to make sure to add the finishing touches. Right then, you hear approaching footsteps. Better not be some high blood you gotta take out. You mean, you'll do it if you have to. It's tried and true. Again, yeah. Control delete comic 1 nice melon. It's tried and true, and besides we have a hook. You're just not sure how well this dynamic duo would fare in that case. You stop scanning the room for potential bludgeoning material when you see Tyzias' expression go from regular tired to tired and annoyed, but not in fear of mortal peril. You hear him speak right as you start to turn. How the mighty fall! It into a mud puddle, it seems. At least my associate seems to be picking up after you fairly efficiently. Fuck off, Soragor. We'll have it together in time. You're sure you don't require any assistance? I'd have to raise my rates from my original offer, but you know it still stands. You did your part already, so spare me both your sales pitch and your company before you give me a second acid tube ulcer. Alright. Need to do those final edits of yours. Subtextual anti-established agendas don't assert themselves after all. Suit yourself. See you in class. Give each other an identical but inscrutable hand signal. The hub of perturbation from a nearby jade is an indication. It's gotta be something vulgar. Perish. He smirks and raises his eyebrow at you as he turns to go. Come by later. You nod. Come by later? Yeah. You open your mouth to be nosy, but Tyzias sees it coming a mile away. What? You never had a class friend? Someone who does good work but is miserable to hang out with? I don't have time to waste it on more than one quarter or on lying to you, so don't blow a brain gasket. Because when you think you have all the troll diamonds down, you gotta make room for that cursed bastard, Nuance. Anyway, you guess it makes sense. You and your troll friends have all kind of weird vibes from each other too. Whatever works. Exactly. You go back to happily sorting. Tyzias rolls her shoulders, starts leafing through your piles. Where's my... Have you seen a handwritten page? It should be here. She starts double checking herself. Her pace doesn't so much escalate as it does intensify. Her whole body becomes almost graceful with efficiency. You got everything, right? Thought I watched it where all it went. Could have sworn I saw it land. You can help her redo a lost page. It shouldn't be too hard to recreate it. That doesn't help. She glares at you and starts forcefully whispering, still double checking piles without looking, like she knows them by touch. You don't understand. Those are my personal notes on extremely sensitive topic I discovered while researching. I was only planning using them to inform my stance, not turning in with the rest. It's not here. She stops her futile search, downs the rest of whatever's in her mug, and holds her head in her hands. I'm fucked. I might as well lay down right here until moss grows in my desiccated body. That's dramatic. You don't want to blame her or anything, especially since it probably is sort of your fault it's lost, but you still want to give her hope. Maybe next time she could use Google Docs. It won't blow away in its collaboration settings. You use them with... Her head pops back up. Her features slack. This probably isn't the intention. This is really fucking silly. But they said tried and true 2 times, which was the first thing they say in Control-Delete. This pose reminds me of that one pose in Control-Delete. I don't remember what it was, but it's the blue shirted guy. He has like his hands raised up and his eyes closed and like the mouth open like that. It looks very similar. Is it just a coincidence? Oh, I don't know. I can't use Google Docs for this. Are you listening? That's the whole point. You know who owns that, right? Every document is monitored. And I'm the only way to do anything, unless you know how to get me into the dark web, which I fucking doubt. Someone found it. If my handwriting's recognized, I'm dead. Then I'll never be able to. She trails off, just sort of slumping in her seat, staring into the void. Shit, you really fucked up. Admit your words, you may have allowed one page to blow away. You weren't paying attention. That could possibly been that one. Great. I can't believe I was stupid enough to let someone else handle things. I was just so tired. Your shoulders start to shake a bit. Oh no. Oh no. She doesn't cry, but you almost wish she would. The way she keeps blinking back her tears and hiding her face with her arm is worse. It feels invasive to watch, but thankfully it doesn't last. She sniffs once, clears her throat, and wipes her face with her sleeve. Silently, she stacks other things back in a pile. Okay. I need to retrace my steps. Maybe it hasn't been spotted yet. Maybe it'll be okay. It won't, but oh well. You reach to help, desperate to fix the situation, but she genuinely picks her hand off one of her books and drops it to your lap. Your stomach sinks to join it. No, don't worry, I've got it. She wrestles it all into a precarious heap in her arms. It wobbles once as she makes her way steadily to the door, but she catches herself. Head high, she keeps walking. She doesn't look back. Oh. That was a little depressing. Well. Let's load back and see how we can make that situation better. So just a small breather might help. You know a breaking point when you see one. You weren't expecting so early a potential friendship encounter, but still, it's clear that this troll needs some time to chill. This is a mess, yeah? She swings the pendulum of her chin over to glare deadened eyes at your guts. Okay, yes, it's a mess, but it seems like maybe, just perhaps, it'd be best to sort of put a pin in it all. Suck air in and out of your insufflation stacks or whatever and just get it together for a minute. No group project was ever aced when the clear leader was not at her peak mental performance. She wrinkles up her nose and closes her eyes. You know what? Fine. Fuck it. Not all of it, of course, but this time specifically, and everything and everyone I know, or not extensive about before my life, so it just leaves you. What do you think of in mind, friend? Because I'm out of a lot of ideas. The words of the number on you, no matter how many times you hear it, use flippantly. You have an idea already, so you hurriedly gather her shit into extremely unorganized piles, which she drops off in her hive to deal with later. I've expected her to not just come back out, but she does. She's kept only one heavily annotated tome in her mug, which she nods at it when she speaks. I know, but these are just for in case. Anyway, do your worst. With a salute and a few gentle tugs at Tyzias' sleeves to keep her moving, you get going. You and your Australian pals have taken turns leading each other to some pretty wild places in your time here. The place you take Tyzias to, though, is somewhere you haven't shared with anyone. Where you come back to on days when you can't find a friend, or don't want to impose on any of the ones you've made. On the outskirts of town, where the buildings are spread thinner until the landscape cuts upward a jagged cliff face, pull onto the side of the rock is a tower, or what's left of one. It's basically a heap of scaffolding and rusted out ladders holding up a half-covered platform, but a good place to staunch bleeding and stargaze. But give up an outdoorsy vibe to you? As my half-untucked button up and paltry muscle mass scream, will love to scurry up a dilapidated relic? Jesus Christ, that's a weird one. I feel you'd worry about her hating your plans, but you kind of feel like she'd complain no matter where you took her. At this point, the die is cast. So heave-ho, you say, stronger than it looks. You offer to hold her stuff for her during the ascent. She gives you the book, but clutches the mug against her chest. You know better than to pry, but you're dying a little wondering why she's so weird about it. Unless she's got liquor made from Vespa in there. Maybe Lucius can give her the mug so it's special. Gave her the mug so it's special. Could be both. You shrug and start climbing. Like you thought she would, she follows you. And like before, she complains about it the whole time. And like the structure itself, you both weather is fine. At the top, she looks around. Is this your hive? It's more like a hideout. You still feel a little shy about it. It's not as fancy as your friends' hives, and you don't have any weird animal parent to make you snacks or anything. They're only little keepsakes you've picked up along the way on the creaky old table next to some complicated old tech you don't get the power on. This must be an old watchtower. From when that was a part of her Imperial Bishop's preferred method of surveillance. She runs a hand over the dusty screen. Oh, Tyzias, you've learned about her. No. Her bigger, badder off-world counterpart, the Condens. Oh shit, the Condens. We're okay. Now we're getting a bit more into Homestuck lore here. You look at the rusted barrel of some terrifying weapon mounted in the corner, then out over the landscape and sprawling town. Distant smoke rises from a freshly demolished hive. Glinting in the moonlight, drones circle it like buzzards. It's been like this for a while then. Sit down, your legs dangling off the side of the platform. Tyzias joins you, a safe distance away from the ledge. That is one hell of an understatement. But yeah, we've got a time-honored status code operation here. Streamlined, efficient, brutal. Tyzias looks miserable. That's not what you're really going for. You summon the old Roy Gay bib in your head 1,000 times. Should be safe, right? Teals are middle class? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Huh. It is sort of like Roy Gay bib, isn't it? I feel like an idiot because I never really the connotation that like Roy Gay bib is very similar to like the colors they have, you know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Holy shit, it is. Amazing. I feel like a moron. And anyway, she's a lawyer. She's got the powers that be on her side. Saying so doesn't seem to cheer her up at all. I mean, you're not wrong. Being in a position to benefit from the system doesn't make the system more morally palatable. And if I'm being real about it, it's more me being forced to uphold it than anything else. He nods towards a book in your hands. Alright, how does it all work anyway? Can't you just not be a lawyer? Aren't there good ones? Yeah, I can quit. I wanted to get cold. There's always a choice. She sighs. Not like I expect suffering to ever stop completely. It just seems like an awful lot of work to do to make sure it keeps happening. And that's the entire job of a legislature. Unless you're purple enough to get away with it. You're just guilty no matter what. It's a matter of going through all the fanfare of a trial. All for the same result. It's sick, but so normal by now that no one knows how to begin questioning it. She looks more exhausted now than she did during the paper explosion. Like when you've used up all your sadness and only have a deep broken fatigue. This isn't exactly the rejuvenating getaway you envisioned. There's just so much injustice. You two are trying to be positive. Are there not political parties? Yeah, go for the Communist Party. That's a good one. Some secret underground movements or anything? Sure, most lovebirds you have met have a healthy, fatalistic, no-child's situations, but there's gotta be something else out there. There were a few people who try to stir shit back up in the day. It's all kind of hushed up and hard to find any information about the history of them, though. They're the kind of thing they teach you in the legislature training. One was a mutant blood, and the other had wings, so I guess they didn't have much of a chance anyway. I can't imagine this story having a happy ending, but you still want to know more. There's a subtle shift in her tone of voice now that she's doing more than only complaining. It draws you in. One of them seems to have gathered enough of a following to have become kind of a religious figure from what little I could find about him. The other led a military revolt. They both were killed along with their attempts at change. I don't know what happened to their compatriots. She starts to squint at you. I don't know what you got me talking about this. How you got me talking about this. From the fuck it spirit of the night, I'm just gonna keep going. If it wasn't clear, I'm telling you things that can get me extremely cold. So like, please be chill. You're so chill. The chillest. Also probably pretty coldable yourself. Good point. She squints at you a little longer and then stares out into the night. Her jaw muscle clenches a few times before she speaks. I have some ideas. She's still not looking at you, but she sits up a little straighter. You feel your spine following suit almost on its own. All of us trying to be legislators like to practice throwing our weight around. Some of us more than others, which I guess you have first-hand experience with. But we don't have much real power yet. We will, though, if we pass our exams, which I will. I've been staying up most days studying every documented piece of the law, and some underground stuff too, when I find it. There are exploitable loopholes they don't know about. If I can establish myself as a major player, I might have a chance to change things. Some things you can only take a part of from the inside out. By now she's built up a fevered energy, even with a sluggish way she talks. When you shift in your seat, she kind of snaps out of it. Oh, sorry. Guess I got a little worked up. I don't exactly get to talk about this very often. It's kind of overwhelming to think about how fucked up everything is all the time. Now that I see it clearly, I cannot do something. Like I'll turn as a giant fire and I'm pissing on a tiny corner of it, and while the rest of everything burns up around me. Your brain is buzzing with how real all that felt. You can't really add anything to it, so you just nod. Are things less abyssal where you're from? Yeah. Ooh boy, in ways, yeah. At home the accused is called a defendant at least, as in to get a defense. Her eyes brighten. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Does your justice system work? You exhale slowly, trying to buy yourself time to encapsulate all your clan's various cultures, social structures, and simulate overwhelming list of injustices in an intelligent blur. You settle on, not always, not for everyone. Her life is short and hollow. So much for relying on life forms existing somewhere in the universe. You guess until a more kind and just alien life form comes to take over, you just have to make do with each other. Yeah, you're not so bad. I take on an oppressive regime with you at any time. She gives your arm an awkward tap with her fist and then lunks back over the edge. You know, I'm no religious figure or military strategist. Gotta be someone out there who is. Gotta use what's good I have instead, I guess, until I find them. What the fuck else would I should do with my time? Keep pissing on the fire is the best anybody can do, you reckon? Then others get hydrated enough to do the same. She laughs. Keep on pissing, huh? I'll drink to that. He takes a big swig from a mug. After a beat, she silently and without looking at you extends her arm your way. You stare in the mug's depths, a little unnerved. Doesn't look like mascara, but you've been burned before. It won't kill you. Not sure what it will do, but Tyzias is truthful, nothing else, so bottoms up. What the fuck? It's water. Tyzias grins and taps her temple with a claw. Gotta give the people something. Otherwise they might think I'm the what I am on my own. Then what would we be? You didn't know letting people in can be helpful, you know, sometimes. Shh. I'm fine. You're not convinced. Okay, I'll admit it. Not a bad idea to relax once in a while. Get your priorities straight. This was a decent time. You're glad she is glad, but you mostly just talked the whole time about the same stuff that she was overwhelmed by to begin with. Does that even count? You learned a lot, but she still looks pretty white. As soon as you think that, she yawns. She's so driven. You shiver a bit when you imagine what she could do if she took time to rest for real. You pat the pile of blankets next to you. There's no bed, or tub, or sofa sign for that matter, but it's gotten you through enough. She looks wearily at it and yawns again. I guess my Lucius and my mate spirit will just think I'm a book hive anyway. One little nap won't hurt. Get up early tomorrow and reorganize our stupid busy work project. She tentatively lowers herself down to the blankets. Her eyes close for a brief second before they snap open again, glaring at you with full force. Don't doubt me either. I've got it under control. Oh, you have zero doubts in her abilities, you say? She curls back up against herself, and a small nut of contention shakes her throat. Out in the distance, the place is dimmed to a thin plume of smoke. You hope it was high that it was okay. You're not sleepy, so you'll keep watch to make sure she gets up by sunrise. You'll tilt your head back and look up at the unfamiliar constellations. Your head feels full. It's intense and not exactly what you call happy, but you know you're feeling it with her, and that's a far from nothing. We did it. Also like the alternating letters for Z. Sleepy. That was a lot. And we're not done yet. This is a really long one. Let's see. I mean, it's not super long, I guess. Oh, we already did this one, didn't we? So there's only one option, I believe, we can do. Yes. Let's be paralyzed by choice. You kind of can't look away from that gavel. Those spines could really stab a person's skull right open, huh? Oh, wow. Thanks for all the standing around and staring assistance. Really helping a lot. Definitely can't do it without just my own. You're still stuck on the image. She stands up, grumbling, and snatches the book out of your grasp. She turns, waving a dismissive hand at you. Never mind. Now you're just in my way. She doesn't tell you to leave, but she stops acknowledging you, which you figure is pretty much the same thing. You were iffy about this one from the start, but damn, it turns out rejection still stings. There we go. That's a... okay. It's a wrinkle fucker. Well. You know who's next? It's everyone's favorite, Chixie. And by everyone's favorite, I mean... not a lot of... I don't know how many people talk about her. I only hang around the Homestuck subreddit. So I don't know much. I think people like Chixie, though. I don't go on Tumblr often, but I think Tumblr is probably like the high spot for all the Homestuck stuff, you know. Just a little tad strange feeling I have. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and this one was a bit longer. It's actually about 34 minutes, which is pretty insane. I mean, not really. It's just 4 extra minutes compared to the 30 minutes that are like in most of them. So I hope you enjoyed. Stay toasty. It's winter, unless it's not winter for you, unless it's spring or autumn or summer. Have a great day and all that jazz.